The stage lights may dim, the cameras may stop rolling, but some moments, they cannot be hidden. Tonight, we dive into one of those moments. A single look, unscripted, unforgettable. A look between Dylan Wang and Shen Yue that fans say changed everything. It began, as it often does, with a set. The two were once again side by side, reunited for a promotional event. Nothing out of the ordinary, just another appearance. Just another round of interviews, laughter, and carefully orchestrated fan service. At least that's what everyone thought. But then something happened. A camera angle shifted. The host cracked a playful joke. Shen Yue laughed in that way only she does, soft and unrestrained, her eyes shining. And Dylan didn't laugh. He didn't even glance at the audience. No, instead he looked at her. Not the way co-stars do. Not the way friends glance casually, but the way someone looks when time stops, when every noise in the room fades into silence, when the world doesn't matter because the only thing that matters is right in front of them. And the fans? They noticed immediately. The clip, barely 10 seconds long, spread like wildfire online. Replayed, paused, zoomed in. The way Dylan looks at Shen Yue here, wrote one fan. "It's not acting anymore," whispered another. Some even admitted, "This stare is more romantic than any scene they've filmed together." The truth? It wasn't a glance. It wasn't casual. It was a gaze that lingered, gentle, warm, intense. The kind of gaze that reveals what words cannot. Let's pause for a moment. Why does this matter? Because for years, Dylan Wang and Shen Yue have been linked together by fate, or perhaps by destiny. Since their breakout project, their chemistry has been undeniable. On screen, they were electric. Off-screen, they were teasing, playful, almost shy in the way they interacted. Fans wanted to believe it was real, and yet both stars stayed careful, professional, guarded. But this look, it broke through all of that. It wasn't in the script. It wasn't part of the job. It was real. Imagine Shen Yue for a moment. She's laughing, unaware of the camera. A hand lifts to brush her hair back. The world around her is nothing but routine. But Dylan's eyes are steady, like he's memorizing the curve of her smile, like he's taking a mental snapshot, one he'll keep forever. And fans? They weren't just imagining things. Body language experts chimed in. Analysts broke down the footage frame by frame. When someone gazes like this, one expert explained, it signals admiration, affection, and deep focus. It's not just attraction, it's connection. And suddenly, the whispers grew louder. Could it be? Could Dylan Wang and Shen Yue be more than co-stars? The evidence doesn't stop at a single look. Fans recalled countless moments over the years. That time Dylan shielded her from the rain with his own jacket, brushing off the act as just being polite. The way Shen Yue, during a game show, instinctively reached for Dylan's hand when she felt nervous, and he didn't let go right away. Or how, in an interview, when asked what kind of person he admires, Dylan hesitated, glanced at Shen Yue, and smiled faintly before answering. Coincidence? Maybe. But to fans, these puzzle pieces are starting to form a picture. What makes this particular stare unforgettable isn't just its intensity. It's the vulnerability behind it. Dylan Wang, known for his playful charm, his teasing jokes, his confident on-screen presence, was unguarded. No shield, no performance, just Dylan. And Shen Yue, for a moment, it was as though the cameras had vanished. As though it was only the two of them, lost in a bubble that no one else could enter. And when Shen Yue finally turned, catching his gaze, she froze for just a fraction of a second. Her smile faltered, her breath caught. Before she laughed again, a little softer this time, but fans noticed. "Oh my God!" One commented. She saw it. She felt it. What does this mean for them? Perhaps nothing. Perhaps everything. In the entertainment industry, stars are trained to hide their personal lives, to guard their emotions from prying eyes. Relationships, if they exist, are often cloaked in secrecy. But some things cannot be hidden. Not when eyes betray the heart. Not when silence speaks louder than words. the story doesn't end there. In the days following the viral clip, reporters asked Dylan about it. They phrased it lightly, joking about how intensely he looks at Shen Yue. And Dylan? He laughed. He brushed it off. But then, he added something no one expected. Sometimes, he said, when you've known someone for a long time, you don't need words. Simple, subtle, yet powerful. Because sometimes the most profound truths are spoken in half-sentences, in slips of vulnerability that escape when guards are down. Fans around the world are now calling it the look. Gifs of it circle endlessly online. Edits set to love songs fill social media feeds. And even those who don't usually ship the two admit, there's something here. Because love, real love, cannot be scripted. It leaks out in stolen glances, in unconscious smiles, in the way silence feels safe with someone else. And in that unscripted moment, Dylan Wang revealed more than any interview, any post, or any official statement ever could. So what now? Perhaps Dylan and Shen Yue will continue to deny the rumors, insisting they are nothing more than friends. Perhaps they'll laugh about it the way they always do. But deep down, fans will remember this moment. The way Dylan looked at her, not like a co-star, not like a friend, but like she was his entire world. And maybe, just maybe, that's the truth. Because some stories don't need words. Some love doesn't need to be declared. It simply exists, quietly, powerfully, between two people who cannot hide it, no matter how hard they try. Unscripted, unforgettable, a single look that said everything. And that is why fans are losing it. Because if love leaves traces, Dylan Wang just left one etched in history. And it's a moment no one will ever forget.